Hello, students. Today we are going to start with the new topic that is weathering and how weathering is taking place on rocks, and we'll see the different types of rocks also. Now, when we go out, we see different types of rocks. Some are hard rocks, some are particles. Okay, so there are different types of rocks. Everyone have different speciality, everyone have different colors. The structure of each and every rock is different. So today we'll study how weathering plays an important role on the structure of the rock. Before that, let us study the basic three types of rocks. Okay, so first is igneous rock. So, what is igneous rock? Igneous rocks are formed from lava which has come from eruptions on Earth's surface. Igneous rocks are therefore the first rocks formed on the Earth's surface. So, whatever volcanic eruption, the material which comes out, the hot lava which comes out during the volcanic eruption, that hot material, when it gets solidifies, when it gets cooled down, then it gets converted into a rock, and that is called as igneous rock. So because of that, igneous rock is considered as the first rock which is formed on the surface of the earth. Okay, so it is very original. All the material which is coming below from the earth crust, it is very hot in the initial phase. Because of that, the fertility level is also high. The most fertility or large amount of fertility can be obtained in the igneous rock. Okay, so next is sedimentary rock. Now, these rocks are formed because of sediments. Because of that, it is named as sedimentary rocks. When rocks break into smaller pieces, they are carried away from one place to another. In these sediments, organic material also gets mixed. When layers of sediments deposit on each other, immense pressure acts on them. As a result, and also because of the cementing material, sedimentary rocks are formed. So all the small particles of the rock, when they are carried away with the different agents, okay, the agents like wind, the agents like water. So when these agents, they carry the material or the particles of the rock from one place to another, they get deposited at some other place. Okay, so because of this, lots of sediments, when they are getting deposited at a particular place, and when a large amount of pressure acts on it or an organic material gets mixed in it, then a new rock is formed. That new rock is called as sedimentary rock. Okay, it has all small particles, it has small sediments. Because of that, it is called as sedimentary rock. Okay, we will see the third type of the rock, that is metamorphic rock. Okay, so metamorphic rocks are formed when igneous and sedimentary rocks are subjected to immense heat and pressure. So when there is a combination of both these rocks, that is igneous and sedimentary rocks, and a large amount of heat and pressure is exposed to such type of rock, then it gets converted into metamorphic rock. Which are exposed, are affected by the climate of that region. Rock can break because of water, pressure, heat in various different ways. So, when it gets exposed to the extreme climatic condition, then this type of rocks it gets created. Okay, it has a combination of both igneous as well as sedimentary rocks. Now, in the figure, you can see they have given you the rock cycle. Okay, so the down layer is the magma chamber. After that, there is solidification of magma. Okay, when magma gets solidified, means when it gets cooled down, then it is converted into igneous rock. Okay, the hot lava or the magma, all this material, when it gets solidifies, initially it is very in a liquid state. Okay, so after that it is converted into igneous rock. Okay, so weathering of the rock takes place. What is weathering? When large amount of temperature, the variation in the temperature, that is heat, then in after heating of the rock, it gets cooled down because of rain. So continuous variations in the temperature. Because of that, what happens? The rock it gets weathered. rock gets weathered means what? Rock gets broken down into small particles. Okay. After that, that rock particles goes under erosion. Erosion means what? To carry the material from one place to another place. Okay. So, in the process of erosion and transportation, what happens? Those small particles they get deposited. Okay. After they get deposited, the layers and layers they are formed. All the sediments are deposit, and because of that, because of the immense pressure on them, the sedimentary rock is created. Okay, so when the sedimentary rock is created, again the recrystallization and metamorphism activity takes place and the metamorphic rock is created. Okay, so this is how the cycle or the rock cycle goes on, and this is how one rock is getting converted into another because of the climatic change, because of different pressures. Okay. Now we will see how rocks break because of weathering. Okay, rocks which are exposed are affected by the climate of that region. So every rock is exposed to the climate of that particular region. Some rocks they have cold climate. They are basically in cold climate. So there is lot of marshy on them, bushy on them. Okay, some rocks they are at the desert area. So because of that they get weathered so fast. Okay, rocks can break because of water, pressure, heat in various different ways. So there are so many ways by which the rock can break. Okay, so these are the things which make the rock to shatter into pieces. That is water, pressure, and heat. Those rocks which have joints or layers break easily than rocks which are homogeneous. Okay, so rocks, there are some rocks which gets combined with small particles. Okay, so because of that there is always a gap between one particle and another particle, especially you can see in the sedimentary rocks. Okay, sedimentary rock itself is created with the help of different small particles. So because of that the sedimentary rock is broken easily, it breaks down easily as compared to any other rock. Okay, when rocks break, the grains in the rock gets disintegrated. This means they are weakened and over a period of time they get eroded and break down. So whenever the rock gets broken, all the particles are disintegrated. They are not integrated together, they are disintegrated. Because of that what happens? The strongness of the rock is going to weaken. Okay, and then the erosion takes place. Weathering is the physical or chemical breakdown due to the weather condition. So, depending on the weather condition of a particular area, you can say whether the weathering is physical or chemical. It can be physically also with the help of pressure, water, heat. It can be chemically also with the help of oxygen, carbon dioxide. All these things also play an immense role in the process of weathering. It occurs mainly through the action of water and temperature on the rock and the reaction of rock to these processes. A very little or no motion of material takes place in weathering and it is called in situ process. So there is no requirement of any other material for the process of weathering. Weathering often results in rounding and smoothing of sharp edges of rock. So always the weathering makes the rock more smooth, more polishing, okay, as compared to its initial look. Here you can see there is a image of weathering. So in the first image you can see the rock is weathered, the outer layer of the rock is being removed or eroded because of weathering. In the second image you can see the rocks, they are exposed to high amount of heat, because of that it is shattered into lots of particles and pieces. Okay, because of temperature changes also affect mechanical weathering. As the temperature heats up, the rock expands somewhat. Okay, so the particles in the rock they get expanded because of immense heat which is exposed to the direct sun rays. As the temperature cools down, the rock gets contract slightly, and the effect can be weakening of the rock itself which leads the weathering. So when the temperature is high in the daytime, the rock particles they start expanding, and at night when the temperature is low, the rock particles starts contracting slightly. Because of this always ongoing process daily, there is the weakening of the rock particles, and this process is called as weathering. Here you can see there is an example of rock which is getting cracked due to water and ice. In very first figure, in this figure you can see that the water gets collected in the rock crack. So wherever the crack is seen at that particular place, the water can be percolated. Water freezes and expands, forcing crack to wide. So during the cold temperature or during night, the temperature is down. So because of this, the water gets cooled down. Okay, which forces the rock particles to get widen. Okay, why? Because the when water gets cooled, it becomes heavy. Okay, the ice weight gets heavy. Ice thaws, contracts, and water gets deeper into cracks. So when the ice it gets contracted and the water gets deeper into the cracks. How come it gets deeper? Because the crack starts enlarging later on, and because of that the water gets percolated inside the rock. Repeated expansion and contraction causes further crack till the rock splits. So every time there is the contraction, if the water melts, there is the contraction, and if the water is getting freezed, then there is expansion. So because of this ongoing process, there is a split in the rock. So what is importance of weathering? So you know that weathering is taking place every time. So there are some importance of weathering. There are some advantages of it. So weathered soil is fertile for agriculture. So all the soil which is created because of weathering process is always more fertile as compared to the normal soil. Weathering makes rock porous and permeable, which is important for groundwater occurrence. So whenever weathering takes place on a particular surface, there it makes the rock more porous. There is small holes. There are small inlets which allows the water to enter in it, and because of this you can accommodate large amount of water through it inside the ground, and which is very much important for the groundwater resources. Okay, develops cheap building stones, so you require lots of building stones for construction of house. So because of weathering you get it in a cheaper rate. Some mineral deposits like bauxites formed due to weathering. So bauxite is one of the important mineral which is playing a big role in the economy. So that bauxite is formed because of the weathering process. So I hope the weathering and the types of rocks is being cleared. So we will study the next topic, that is types of weathering, in the further videos. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe the channel.